You ever been in a room so fancy it feels like it's judging you? That's how it was at Vivace, this glitzy New York restaurant where the wine costs more than my rent. Picture it, crystal chandeliers sparkling like they're showing off, silk suits and diamond earrings everywhere. And me, Sarah Miller, just a waitress trying to make it through another night of fake smiles and snide comments. But that night, man, that night changed everything. Not just for me, but for every single soul in that room. And it started with a bang, literally. It was a Thursday, late shift, the kind where the tips are good, but the egos are brutal. I'm weaving through tables, balancing a tray of champagne flutes, trying to ignore the usual jabs from the high rollers at table 12. There's Charles Wentworth, some Wall Street big shot with hair slicked back, so tight, it looks like it's screaming, his wife, Lillian, in an emerald dress sharper than her tongue, and their buddies, Nate Voss, a tech bro who thinks he's Elon Musk, and Claire Dane, whose laugh sounds like she practiced it in front of a mirror. They're loud, tossing around insults like they're passing breadsticks. Careful with that champagne, sweetheart. Charles sneers, loud enough for nearby tables to smirk. You spill it. You're washing dishes for a month. Lillian giggles, all venom and honey. Bet she's never even tasted real champagne. Nate slaps the table. Probably thinks it's Sprite. Claire leans in, her diamond studs flashing. Look at her shoes. Did she borrow those from her mom's closet? The table erupts, and I feel every eye in the room on me, like I'm some kind of sideshow. I set the bottle down, soft as a whisper, and say, I'll grab you a fresh glass. Calm as ever, even though my knuckles are white around the tray. I walk away, steady, like I'm not carrying their laughter on my back. Behind the bar, my manager, Greg Larson, grabs my arm, his sweaty fingers digging in. Steer clear of the guy in the corner. He hisses, nodding toward a lone figure at a shadowy table. He's trouble. I glance over, and there's Jack Ramsey, long graying hair brushing a leather jacket with a faded skull patch, president of the Iron Reapers, a biker crew that makes people nervous just saying their name. He's sipping water, not wine, his eyes dark, unreadable, like he's seen things nobody in this room could imagine. I nod to Greg, got it, and slip back to work, tucking a faded photo into my Aprona younger me, in desert camo, standing with my squad in some dusty hellhole half a world away. Mia, the bartender, notices it, raises an eyebrow. Old friends. I shrug, something like that, and keep moving. Nobody asks me questions here. Nobody cares except Zoe, the hostess, 20 years old and mean as a snake. She blocks my path, smirking. Sarah, you gotta smile more. Girl, you're killing the vibe. Her voice carries, and a few tables chuckle. Nobody wants a gloomy waitress serving their $600 steak. I set my tray down, careful, deliberate. I'm here to work, Zoe, not put on a show. She twirls her hair. Maybe if you tried harder, you wouldn't look like you just crawled out of a thrift store. More laughs. My fingers tighten, but I walk away. And then boom, the doors explode open. With splinters, boots thunder on marble, and three masked men storm in, guns raised, voices like gravel. Everybody down. Now, the room collapses into chaos, glasses shatter, chandeliers sway, jazz music drowns and screams. Charles yanks Lillian under their table, his gold watch snagging the cloth. She shrieks, clutching her purse like it's her kid. Nate's on his knees, babbling. Take what you want, just don't shoot. Claire's sobbing, mascara streaking like black rivers. Greg's cowering behind the bar, hissing, Sarah, get down, do what they say. But I don't move. I'm standing there, tray in hand, heart steady, like I'm waiting for an order. The lead gunman, a stocky guy with a scar cutting through his eyebrow, locks onto me. He stomps over, boots shaking the floor, and jams his gun against my forehead. What's wrong with you? Get on the damn floor. His spit hits my cheek, but I don't flinch, don't blink. I'm staring right into his eyes, like I can see the fear he's hiding under that mask. The room's hissing now, Lillian's voice, shrill. She's crazy. She's gonna get us killed. Charles mutters. Don't be stupid, just listen. Claire's sobbing louder. She's nobody. Why is she acting like she matters? Even Nate chimes in. Get down, you idiot. Don't drag us with you. Every word's a knife, but I'm not listening. I'm counting angles, measuring his grip, feeling the weight of the tray in my hand. And in the corner, Jack Ramsey's watching, his eyes sharp, like he's seen this kind of calm before, on battlefields where most men break. The gun presses harder, cold metal biting my skin. The scar-faced guy snarls, "You deaf?" "Kneel." I exhale, slow, deliberate, and then it happens faster than you'd believe. My left hand snaps up, locks his wrist, twists hard. The gun clatters to the floor, and before he can scream, my elbow slams into his jaw. His head snaps back, legs crumple, and he's out cold, sprawled on the marble like a broken doll. I set the tray down, neat as ever, like I'm clearing a table. Gasps ripple through the room. "What the hell?" someone whispers. The second gunman, a twitchy guy with wild eyes, freezes, then charges, screaming, "You think you're a hero?" His aim sloppy, panic ruining his shot. I duck low, pivot, and drive my foot into his gut. He flies back, crashing through a glass table. Shards explode, guests flinch, pearls and cufflinks scatter. He's down, groaning, weapon lost. The third guy's smarter, colder. He doesn't yell. A knife flashes in his hand, glinting like ice. "You're dead," he growls, lunging. I sidestep, grab his wrist mid-strike, twist sharp. The knife's mine now. I pull him forward, slam him down, his head cracking against the floor. 15 seconds, 3 men down. I'm standing there, knife in hand, breathing steady, like I just finished a shift. You'd think they'd cheer, right? Nope. The room's a mess of fear and venom. Lillian's screeching. "She's insane. She'll get us killed." Nate's pale, muttering. "She's out of her mind." Claire's sobbing. "She's nobody. She's ruining everything." Even Greg, still crouched, yells, "Stand down. Sarah, you're done here." I ignore them, set the knife on a table, slow, controlled. My eyes sweep the room, meeting every glare, every whisper. But it's Jack Ramsey's gaze that holds me steady, knowing, like he's seen this kind of courage before, in places bloodier than this. Sirens wail outside, blue lights flashing through the windows. The crowd's buzzing, but not with gratitude, with suspicion. "She's dangerous." A guy in a suit snaps, pointing at me. "She's probably with them." His wife hisses, clutching her bracelet. Greg storms over, red-faced. "What the hell, Sarah? You're fired, get out." His voice is louder than the sirens. I pick up some broken plates, stack them carefully, like it's just another night. But then, Jack Ramsey stands. The scrape of his chair shuts everyone up. He walks into the light, leather creaking, boots heavy, his presence filling the room like smoke. He's not like Themnos silk, no gold, just scars and a skull patch that makes Lillian gasp. Oh God, he's one of those bikers. Jack ignores her, looks straight at me. His voice is low, steady, cutting through the noise. I don't see a waitress. I see the only one here with any damn nerve. The room flinches. Charles sputters. "You can't be serious." Jack's eyes sweep over them, cold as steel. "You all hid, begged, cried." She stood. "That's strength, something you wouldn't know if it punched you in the face." Lillian tries to speak. "Who even are you?" Jack cuts her off. "Jack Ramsey, Iron Reaper's president, war vet. I've seen more death than your whole guest list, and I know a warrior when I see one." He turns to me, extends a hand. "From now on, you don't serve tables. You're head of security for my crew. No one here gets to question it." The room's dead silent. Charles's jaw drops. Lillian's glass slips, wine splashing like blood. Nate stares at the floor. Claire's quiet for once. And then, a small voice, Tommy, the 17-year-old busboy, peeking from behind the bar. "She saved us," he says, shaking but loud. "All of us." The cops burst in, cuffing the robbers, dragging them out. One officer, grizzled, with a scar on his cheek, freezes when he sees me. "Sergeant Miller? Holy hell, I thought you retired." Every head turns. He grins. "Navy SEALs, counterterrorism. You saved my ass in Kandahar." He looks at the crowd. "You idiots should be thanking her." But they don't. Lillian snaps. "She's dangerous, one of those violent types." Charles growls. "She tricked us, pretending to be a waitress." I speak, finally, quiet but clear. "I just wanted a normal life." Greg's still yelling. "You're fired, Sarah, you hear me?" The officer starts to argue, but I stop him with a look, stack the last plate, and walk away from the bar. The next morning, the story's everywhere. Security footage leaks 15 seconds of me disarming those guys, calm as a breeze, while Charles crawls, Lillian screams, Nate begs, and Claire cries. Social media eats it up. Wall Street bro mocks the woman who saved him, trends worldwide. Charles's hedge fund tanks clients pull millions overnight. Lillian's charity gala? Cancelled, sponsors gone. Nate's tech startup? Dead, investors ghosting him. Claire? Her Instagram's a graveyard. Her snarky comments now memes of her tears. Greg's fired too. Vivace's Yelp page trashed for his cruelty. Me? I don't say a word. No interviews, no tweets. I step into Jack's world, running security for the Iron Reapers. My office is simply desk, a chair, that old photo of my squad, and a beaded bracelet from a street vendor who grinned and said, "For you, hero." I don't feel like a hero. I feel like Miss Steady, quiet, doing what needs doing. Weeks later, I'm in a meeting with Jack's crew, tough guys who nod when I walk in, respect earned without a fight. A woman from that night finds me after, voice shaky. "I was at Vivace. I laughed when they mocked you. I'm sorry." She slides a note across my desk. "You saved us." I tuck it next to the photo, the bracelet. Outside, the world's still arguing am I a hero or a threat. I don't care. I walk the same, talk the same, carry the same weight I always have. But now they see it. The ones who called me nobody, who sneered at my shoes, they're the ones nobody talks about now. And me? I'm not invisible anymore. So what do you think? Ever been underestimated, written off like you're nothing? Drop it in the comments. Tell me your story. Did I do the right thing? Or should I have stayed quiet, let the cops handle it? Hit that subscribe button if you're with me. And let's talk about what happens when the quiet ones finally stand tall. Stay for the next story. It's always got a twist you won't see coming.